Fasting. Fasting, why do it? Who should do it? Well, fasting is a wonderful method of taking all the pressure off of your small intestine for quite a lot of hours. It gives the small intestine a time to replenish itself and to rebuild itself back stronger. Certainly if you're eating foods that don't suit you, the little villi they're called, and they can be completely flattened down. So the villi are like almost like seaweed. There's millions of these in there, and they have little suction cups on the top. So when the acids have broke down the foods, the amino acids, the small little chains, they're able to go in here, go through process, and then out into the bloodstream. But where we're eating foods that don't suit us, these are completely flattened down, and then particles are going off into the bloodstream, and this is known as leaky gut syndrome. So fasting is found to be excellent at supporting somebody who has this leaky gut syndrome because it's able to repair the gut in that time. There's very different reasons why people fast or might want to fast. So if somebody has never looked after themselves their whole life and they go into McDonald's 4 times a week, like that person might find miracles from fasting. They would find it hell, but they would really, really benefit because their gut would never have known what it was like to be not inflamed. I'm using McDonald's as an example. Someone who's eating trash food, I'm talking about. Not everyone is eating trash food, but people can be eating food that's not suiting them as well. And anyway, there's just so many ingredients like Roundup and glyphosate and processing chemicals and E numbers. We can't even imagine what's going in there. So it's of no fault of our own. Just the food source isn't the best in the whole wide world, and one must simply look after our gut. Intermittent fasting is very, very common these days. I call it skipping breakfast, but it is done with the intention. Now, I know people who do this, and they are like monsters at 12 o'clock. Certainly people who get up early in the morning and they're working and they're doing things, they'll be very hard to deal with by 12 o'clock. They need to eat at 12, you know. So one must do it in a not stressed sort of a way. So it's common for someone maybe to have their last meal around 6 o'clock, or say 5 or 6 o'clock, and then not eat again till 12 the next day. So that has a 16-8 pattern. But 16 hours where you don't eat, and then there's an 8-hour window where you'd have your regular meals. This has wonderful, wonderful effects on the body, and people who do it find it great. They really, really do, and it helps them to feel stronger, okay? Now, fasting is not for everybody. So we mentioned the body types, the Vata, the Pitta, and the Kapha. It's recommended that Vata body types don't fast because it drives the Vata much, much higher. So therefore, it's better to have maybe smaller meals and not have so much big meals in that particular day, and that the meals you're having are of the purest food that you can possibly put into your body. But it's not really recommended to go all out into fasting with a Vata constitution. Now, Vata person can fast. It's just saying that it will drive the Vata much, much higher. So you'll have way more air, way more ether, and therefore the person harder to ground. Fasting suits a Pitta style person because the Pitta always has too much inflammation and fire in the tummy, and it would really benefit, you know. Some people find a 24-hour fast very beneficial for them. So you eat your meal, say 5, 6 o'clock in the evening, and you don't eat again till 5 or 6 the next evening. You would choose a day that is comfortable for you to do that on, also that it's not a high stress pressure day, a day that you're not really overloaded. So maybe it'll be a Sunday, and then you have your Sunday dinner and feel good again then till the next day. Many years ago when I lived in Cork in college, the lady that I lived with there, she never ate on a Friday. She always fasted every single Friday, and she swore by it, and she had such energy. She was amazing. She really was. So I thought she was crazy. It was the first time I ever heard of it. But yeah, she for all her adult life, she fasted on a Friday. People take it to other extremes, and there's different types of fasting, such as just squeeze lemon water and cayenne pepper, and you just you drink that throughout the whole of the day. And this cayenne pepper is wonderful for Helicobacter pylori, that bacteria that comes into the tummy, and it's associated with gluten intolerance. So So cayenne is extremely good at fixing many of the other bacteria in the tummy. And then the squeezed lemon as well just helps with the acids. And it sounds like that wouldn't, but it actually really does have a wonderful effect. Another way of fasting is to do an oil fast, actually. So that is to not have any other types of food, to only have oil. And this is amazing for cleaning the oil cells in the body. You're not hungry at all, because the oil stops you being hungry and you get way more power out of it. But again, it's very nice on the digestive system. It stops the person from being hungry, and it's doing a wonderful job of cleaning out the fat cells, where lots of toxic metals get caught in fat cells and that too. Which more or less leads us into the ketosis fast. So a ketosis fast is where you stop eating for 72 hours. So it's a 3-day fast, or you can get the little strips from the chemist, or you can order them in, where you check your ketones and you know when you're gone into ketosis. And from there on, then you're starting into your oils again. And then there's a specific plan with ketosis, how to do it. There's a percentage of proteins, a very minute amount of carbohydrates. There's a good chunk of proteins and quite a lot of fats. I found it difficult to find fats that I could eat. I can't stand fats on meats or anything like that. So in that case, I would just be spooning oil. I just find that a really good way to do it. It can feel very, very fresh and replenished. None of these things are for a long term. They're for a specific reason. When you're in the headspace that you really want to do this, and it's quite important that your mind is really in that space, because we're healing all those layers of the body as well.